Good afternoon, Mr. PM. It's great to have you back on the PC Insight podcast to discuss the nature of realism in international relations.
Thank you for having me. I always enjoy sharing my perspectives in your PC Insight podcast.
Join me on a journey to explore the fascinating world of politics. Subscribe to my podcast for insightful discussions on global politics and never miss an episode. Your support is greatly appreciated. We received a comment from one of our listeners on the PC Insight podcast channel, who is a student majoring in international studies and is interested in learning more about realism. They asked if you could recommend some realism scholars for them to study.
Certainly, I can furnish you with a summary of 5 realist scholars, their fundamental beliefs, and the significant points addressed in their notable works. Before we delve deeper into that, I would like to inform you that these realist scholars hold a common belief in the significance of power and security in international relations. They accentuate the role of the state as the primary actor in the international system. Despite having differences in some of their particular arguments and theories, they all demonstrate a dedication to a realistic evaluation of the international system, devoid of idealism or unfounded optimism. The first scholar I can recommend to you guys is Hans Morgenthau. He was a German-American political theorist and one of the most influential realist thinkers of the 20th century. He believed that the international system was inherently anarchic, with states being the primary actors. Morgenthau's key argument was that states are driven by their national interest, which are often defined in terms of power and security. In his book Politics Among Nations, he argued that foreign policy should be based on a realistic assessment of national interest rather than on moral or ideological considerations. The next person is Kenneth Waltz. This guy was an American political scientist and one of the most prominent realist scholars of the 20th century. He developed the theory of neorealism, which emphasized the importance of the structure of the international system in shaping state behavior. Waltz argued that states are rational actors who seek to maximize their security, and that the balance of power is the most important factor in international relations. In his book Theory of International Politics, he argued that the distribution of power in the international system determines the behavior of states. My third favorite is John Mearsheimer. He is an American political scientist who is best known for his work on international security and the theory of offensive realism. He argued that states are driven by the pursuit of power, and that the anarchic structure of the international system leads to a constant state of competition and conflict. In his book The Tragedy of Great Power Politics, he argued that great powers will always seek to dominate their rivals, and that the only way to ensure security is to maintain a balance of power. The next person should be Robert Jervis. Robert Jervis is an American political scientist who is known for his work on international security and decision-making. He argued that the behavior of states is shaped by their perceptions of the international system, and that misperceptions and misunderstandings can lead to conflict. In his book Perception and Misperception in International Politics, he argued that decision-makers often make mistakes because they have incomplete or inaccurate information about the intentions and capabilities of other states. Last but not least that you guys should learn from is Stephen Walt. Stephen Walt is an American political scientist who is known for his work on international security and the theory of defensive realism. He argued that states are driven by a desire for security, and that the best way to achieve security is through defensive strategies such as balancing and deterrence. In his book The Origins of Alliances, he argued that alliances are formed primarily for defensive purposes, and that offensive alliances are rare and unstable.
How fascinating! It's intriguing to learn about the top realist scholars. Thank you, Mr. PM, for your comprehensive guidance. See you in the upcoming episode. We hope that our audience can benefit from our podcast.
You're welcome, Christina. Thank you.